Well, I'm back. Yes, it's been a long hiatus. I think last video I did was in February, January. Had snow on the ground, I think. Tried to put a tarp over the top of my trailer because it's black, and not that it leaks, but it just to reflect the heat more, and it's helped. I put a thermometer inside of it, and that you can read from inside the house. But I cracked the door right here. You can see it's got about a 2-inch or an inch and a half crack, and then the back of it I opened up too. But the vents I put 4 of these in, one here, and then I got one up behind there, which you can't even see it. It's up here, I guess. There it is. You can see that. I got those on each side, which I don't think they really did much good. But anyway, it's keeping that temperature cool inside that trailer, and that's what we were after, because I don't want that to get extremely hot. I do have the 96 Classic in there right now, but the reason I haven't made videos is because I've got a list here that I've been working on, and I've just eliminated a bunch of it, but I still got a lot to do of things around here rather than working on the 36 truck. You can see I got the Dragon up in the air. Did a lot, put on new idlers. All the bearings in the bottom suspension have been replaced, including the 2 in the top. Those are a pistol to get out. And I didn't drop the entire suspension. You see my springs are still not in place yet because I'm waiting on rollers for the springs there. And once I get those, I can get the springs back in place, and then we're going to put it in the trailer. Rebuilt the secondary clutch there. Hopefully that'll solve my problem that I had, a little bit of bogging on it, about 40 mile an hour or so, and it would just want to fall on its face. But we will see. I made a couple little hooks. These are not to hold the springs, but these are for my scratchers. My scratchers will go up into those little hooks that I put up in there to keep them, off the trail when you don't need them. And it's nice because they're just real easy to put in, take out. And I really didn't have any other way to hook them on to up by the rail there. So yeah, I got some stainless eye bolts, and everything's stainless. But yeah, dress that all up, and of course maintenance and all the mowers and all that good junk. But I got to a point where I am back on the door. So I just finished tacking the top of the skin on, and boy, did that turn out nice. I mean, that's not a finish. I guess I could make it a finish, but what I planned on doing was taking doing a cut and butt, as Brent calls it, and just take a zip disc and cut along that line. Start in the middle, cut it, and then it'll cut through both pieces of steel, part of the door and then the skin, and I can cut both of them. Lights make that thing flicker. But yeah, then just work my way each direction, and a little at a time. Little tack welds like this, they're not warping it, so, and I'm getting a good penetration, and I was pretty pleased with the way that turned out. But yeah, I mean, a guy could actually just work on what you got right there and just keep putting the welds on it, really. But the issue I've got is it's overlapping. See, it's got a bit of an overlap there, probably about 3/16 of an inch. So, and this has got a lip, so I'm thinking what I'm going to do is cut off this lip, and then it will just bend that under. That'll be interesting. But the bottom fits up pretty good, you know, along the edge, and then I made sure this edge here fits really good. And you can kind of see that. You know, it still needs brought down. Yeah, once I see how that's oil canning. So none of this is tacked. None of that's all just sitting there. So anyway, that's where we're at with the door. I think what I'm going to do now is maybe just bend the corners in on both sides to kind of hold it in place, and then throw the hinges on it, put it on the truck to make sure everything lines up okay before we go ahead with any more of this. So, but I just had a few spare moments and got that all done, and you can see the bottom of it here. I've got it all KBS'd. So yeah, it's all painted up, cleaned up, and everything isn't good. I got a new door bottom on it that I welded in, and yeah, everything is ready to go. Just got to get the skin in place and on it. And once that's on, then yeah, let's hope we don't have to do as much body work on this one as I did on that other door. But that's where we're at with the 36. I took it out around the block a few days ago just to warm it up and get her to, it ran good. It always does. Starts up pretty good. And I put non-ethanol fuel in it so that I don't have much issue with it. I'll tell you, if you have, I want to say, any equipment that has an engine that you don't use much, find you some non-ethanol fuel and throw in it. And I'm not talking about that True Fuel stuff. I mean, that, I don't know what, I have trouble with that stuff. But I'm just talking, you can find these fuel stations that will sell non-ethanol fuel. Get yourself a 5-gallon can of that. And like, I put it in all my sleds. I put it in the motorcycles, and I put it in the truck because it sits. All this stuff sits. And, you know, like now my mowers, especially my Simplicity, I use just regular ethanol fuel because I'm using it every week. And so it's too expensive to buy the non-ethanol. Now, my pressure washer, non-ethanol. This is my daughter's mower. I have non-ethanol in it right now, but anyway, that's ethanol fuel, except to the last time you mow. What I try to do is run this pretty much empty. I throw some non-ethanol fuel in one tank, and you can see I've got a flip lever here where I can direct it to that tank, and I'll run that one dry and then keep using this one, and then at the end of the year we'll put a couple gallons of non-ethanol in here, flip that over, and then run that through. And so far that's been working really well. Like my four-wheeler, motorcycle, I use non-ethanol fuel. But anyway, that's where we're at, guys. Appreciate y'all hanging in there. Sorry I haven't got much more to talk about or look at, but I've just been a busy. And so anyway, thanks for subscribing and hanging in there. We'll get you some more content here shortly. And so enjoy your day, and we'll see you when we see you. Well, I just thought I'd show you what I've got done. I did the button cut, and turned out pretty good. Way better than my other one. I've got a bit of a dip in it, in the seam there, but it's 100% better than that other one. And you can see the rest of it. Like I said, I haven't folded any edges yet, so, and I know there's little tweaking down in that area there. That's, you can see quite a bow. So like I said, we're going to bend the corners around it, and then I want to put it on the truck to see how it fits, especially right along the edge there and my gaps. But anyway, I'm pretty pleased with it. I mean, like I said, I am no welder by any means, and you got quite a gap there. It's the width of that blade, so it'll take some time. But what I'm using is just a regular zip disc, you know, one of these, and the gap is as big as that. And then what I do is shoot it with some air when after I get done doing a little bit of welding as well as cutting. That way, keep that metal, and trying to keep it from doing, you know, this number, which it did. So like I said, there's just a slight dip there, but that can be schmoozed in with body filler. So yeah, I kind of goobered it up there a little bit. Anyway, we'll get her better. I'll bring it back when I got more. All right, thanks for watching.